I had a debate with Joe Biden.
Oh yeah,
and that was a very meaningful, that was a very consequential debate, to put it mildly.
Well, yeah, they took the hand out of the puppet after that.
Well, they wanted to debate. They gave me everything that I didn't want, CNN, and then they gave me Dana Bash and Jake Tapper. Now, remember this, they were very straight during that debate. I gained a certain respect because Jake Tapper, who I call Fake Tapper, but now I don't do that.
I saw him at Whole Foods.
I don't do that so much anymore. You did.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought they were very even-handed, if you want to know the truth, during the debate.
I didn't feel like they the moderator. I didn't feel like they pushed a lot of
stuff. They
had
certain pressure on them to be even-handed. I think it's hard to not do that. But they were very even-handed, and it was a great debate, but a very important debate.
Well, after that, it seemed like suddenly everybody had been like, oh, Biden's fine. In America for like 18 months. Like my dad was really old when I was born. My dad was 70 when I was born, right? So I don't like seeing senior citizens take advantage of, right? I felt like that happened a lot when I was a kid. And so I think for me, it reflected on me, like it made me really angry because I was like, I know this guy's not well. It's not fair to pretend that he's well. It's not fair to him because he doesn't know you're pretending, you know? And it just seemed like the cruelest thing you could do. And then we're all kind of supposed to believe this thing that we know is not real. Our media is just saying this is real. And we're all just being gaslit as humans about something that's like moral. Like this is a human man. This is somebody's grandfather. And then they just disappear. He just disappears, and suddenly it's like
it was a coup.
Kamala is the one that went in. What do you think happened in the back rooms there? Because that almost was overnight that happened.
I know what had happened, and you're not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to be probably constitutional. She got no votes. He got 14 million votes. All of a sudden, they're telling him to get out, or they threatened him.
But who are
they when they say that? And he is an angry person. Well, I would say Schumer, Pelosi, and numerous other people, the heads of the Democrat Party.
Yeah,
and they did. They threatened him violently, I think, and he didn't want to get out. Remember, he said, "Only God will get me out." Right? Only God will get me.
Somebody dressed up like God and just chased him out of there.
Yeah, and what happened is they went to him and they said, "This was after the debate." Now, if he didn't have the debate, he would still be running.
Yeah. So they set him up. They knew they were going to pull him.
That I don't know. I mean, he had his debate. Maybe he wanted to. I heard he didn't. I heard they offered me things that I would never accept, and I accepted them. They said CNN. They said Jake Tapper, Dana Bash. They said all things that I could not take, and I accepted all of them. And, look, it was a good debate for me. It wasn't a good debate for him. I think he'd still be running right now. You wouldn't have her. She was one of the most disrespected people in the whole country. She was a failed vice president. She was the most, she was considered the worst vice president in the history of our country. She had no chance. If you go back 6 weeks, they were saying how bad she was, and they wanted to choose from 11 different people.
Do you feel?
I thought that's what they were going to have.
Oh, you thought that's what they would? Well, that would have seemed more democratic, I think.
They wanted to be politically correct. And they chose her.
I feel like it would have seemed more. But, dude, I got so angry when they sidetracked Bernie a few years ago. That wasn't fair.
It happened to Bernie twice.
Yeah.
You think about it.
Yeah. Oh, it was crazy. Yeah. 2016 and 22. He just got, it just wasn't cool. Like, whatever you think, it's just like we have to be able to believe that.
Do you like Bernie? Are you friends with him or something?
No. I met him the other day.
Was that the first time?
It was the first time.
Were you impressed by him?
Yeah.
One thing, he's still sharp, right?
Oh, yeah, he's still sharp.
He doesn't suffer from what Biden did.
No.
Mental dullness.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
mentally gone.
Biden is
mentally gone.
He's somebody put a merry-go-round in his head, I heard. But that's, but they didn't plug it in. They didn't tell him.
Yeah, that's probably right.
But no, one thing I liked about Bernie, well, one of the things is the healthcare. I just feel like we spend so much money in different places and people are sick. And the opioid epidemic, I just feel like, and the lower cost of drugs, those are things that
because I got insulin down and they took credit for it, but I got it down to $35. And I said, I hope I win because somebody's going to take credit. It takes a period of time before it kicks in statutorily. And I got it down to $35, which is a very low price. And they took credit for it, which is, now I'm taking credit because I'm talking to you.
Well, yeah, if you did it, then you should be able to take credit for it.
I just watched her performance today. So she went out and
Who, Kamala?
she lied about everything. She said, this Trump tax, that Trump tax, that Trump tax. He's going to tax this. He's going to tax all these different things. And I'm not going to tax them. She made it up.